The town of Chateaugay has just a few thousand residents, but is the home of a surprisingly vigorous arts venue. Josee Allard is the theater manager for the Town Hall Theater.
That's the biggest comment I get from people that come in here for the first time. They walk in to the lobby, you've got the concession and a couple of old knickknacks on the wall, and then you come into the theater space and it's huge. I mean, there's 456 seats in here. And, you turn around, you look around, you see a balcony too, and people are just like, wow. So, it's strange because we are such a small community, but the one thing that I love to remind people is it's just not for the people of Chateaugay. It's for, people from Malone, Plattsburgh, Southern Quebec, like the surrounding communities that want to come and use this facility. I mean, it's theirs as much as it is Chateaugay's.
The planning of the Town Hall Theater began in 1909, and community leaders envisioned a facility that was at once a meeting space and a showplace. In its original guise, it was an ornate opera house that accommodated vaudeville acts and music recitals alike. Josee enjoys carrying on this tradition of diverse programming.
I love meeting all the different musicians and artists that come into town, and it's very rewarding, especially when the whole community gets together. And when you're up here looking down, all those little heads in the seats, and it's just full of laughter and chatter and kids happy, that nothing beats that.
The 1920s were the golden age of live performance at the Town Hall Theater, but as the film industry began to dominate the cultural landscape, the theater began screening silent movies. The first of these was the Harold Lloyd comedy, Speedy. Movies are still among the theater's many offerings.
One thing we've tried to do this winter is show a few more movies, because that's a great time. People want to get out and do something. And so almost every Sunday we're doing either a family movie. In March we're going to do a couple classic movies like Gone with the Wind and a couple of new releases, as well as a few films for families.
The audience that came to watch Strike Up the Band a few days before Thanksgiving in 1940 was in for a surprise. As moviegoers chuckled at Mickey Rooney, flames began to drift up from the basement. Everyone was safely evacuated, but the inferno incinerated the framed lumber interior of the building. The theater was deemed to be such an important asset to the town that it was rebuilt within 9 months. The theater continues to be an important community resource.
Oh, the best attended event by far was when Santa came to the community in December, and we showed the Polar Express. There was 100 kids. We had 110 gift bags. We were panicking up there. The elves up there were a little bit stressed out. They didn't know if they were going to have enough gifts for everybody.
In rebuilding the theater, they made the stage smaller. Originally, there were dressing rooms beneath it. But that isn't the most interesting use of the space. It also briefly housed a funeral home.
They used to do the embalming. Yes. So it's kind of creepy when you're in here and the lights are off and you hear stuff. You kind of wonder what happened back in the day. So that's a little bit weird, right?
Occasional goosebumps don't keep Josee from preparing for ever more exciting and unique shows.
I'm very excited to bring in a couple of bands. These are new bands. They haven't played here before. April 27th at 7 p.m. we have the amazing Alexis P. Suter coming into town. This woman will blow everyone away. She was nominated as Best Female Blues Vocalist at the Blues Awards in 2012. The band opened for B.B. King just a few weeks ago, and they played all the major blues festivals around the area, around the U.S. and in Montreal. And they're coming here. I can't wait. It's amazing.